Good day, everyone. Tyler identified three major sources of curriculum: subject matter, society, and learners. Accordingly, these curriculum sources need to be considered and examined to identify the four elements of curriculum: goals, content, learning experience, and evaluation. And it is important to understand the nature of the subject matter in order to provide knowledge and skills that are essential to the nature of the discipline. Remember that it is important to have a clear understanding of the nature of society in developing a curriculum. Understanding the nature of the learners is also important in curriculum development. Understanding the learners includes knowing their needs, nature, and interests, also the learning styles and thinking styles. It also includes knowing the various issues and problems about them. What is the significance of society in curriculum? Society is an important source of curriculum. Teachers need to understand the cultural, socio-economic, and political conditions of the people. Understanding the context is important in developing a relevant and responsive curriculum. That's according to Tyler. And also Nichols and Nichols in 1978. It is useful in selecting curriculum goals and objectives, content, and learning experience. So from Taba, Stark, and Latuca, and Oliva in 2005. Now do not forget this. There are many changes in the society that need to be considered in the curriculum. Science and technology continue to influence our everyday life as new science findings, new technology, and new information come in almost every single minute of the day. The new world of economy also has its own issues and demands. For example, 21st century skills and new forms of knowledge about be developed in the curriculum in order to develop a world-class workplace. There are lots of things that you have to consider when it comes to sources and influences in planning the curriculum. In addition to what I have said, the society is becoming multilingual and multicultural. Developing cultural understanding and socio-cultural consciousness among the learners is becoming a necessity. Other pressing social issues like climate change, security problems, diseases, poverty, and many others also affect the everyday life of people. Educators and schools face the challenge whether they will simply respond to the needs and demands of the society or have education through its curriculum in order to develop or create the kind of society that everyone wishes to have. Knowledge about the learners is one of the major sources of the curriculum. Although the curriculum content is set by the Department of Education, Commission on Higher Education, or the TESDA, educators and curriculum developers have tried to align the curriculum to the needs and nature of the students. And this process is done when faculty members plan their individual syllabi, unit plans, and lesson plans as an interpretation of the intended curriculum. What about if the students come from different provinces? Do not forget this. As students come from different provinces, they have different cultures, languages, learning styles, needs and types, and levels of motivation. The students are also different in terms of socioeconomic status and educational backgrounds, whether it's public or private. For this, the students, as one major source of curriculum, are supported by several curriculum scholars and are well represented in their curriculum development, or what we call the curriculum development models. Also, according to Tyler, identified the nature of the discipline or subject matter as one of the main sources of curriculum. Different subjects are unique in terms of design and content. Understanding the nature of the discipline or subject matter requires educators to closely analyze the contents prescribed by the Department of Education and the curriculum framework. So, the curriculum goals, descriptions, standards, and competencies in different subjects will help educators understand what should be taught and how to teach the different subjects. So like in TESDA or the Technical Education Skills Development Authority, it also prescribes different contents of the modules offered for each particular subject for vocational or technical courses. The skills that should be learned, including the materials needed and the time that is required for training, are clearly specified in each module. Aside from the major curriculum sources, Stark and Latuca identified three major factors that influence curriculum development: external, internal, and organizational influences. Stark and Latuca use the term curriculum influences to refer to these three factors that are very influential in curriculum development. And according to them, these curriculum influences affect the whole academic plan that incorporates a total blueprint for action, including the purposes, activities, and the ways of measuring success. Understanding the different curriculum influences is useful in knowing the different factors that are needed to be considered in developing a curriculum. It provides the sources of data and information for developing curriculum. Knowing these curriculum influences is useful in making the curriculum more relevant and responsive to the educational system of the Philippines. The students are considered as the most influential among the different curriculum influences, especially in designing the implemented curriculum. Learners have different interests, needs, talents, abilities, learning styles, and thinking preferences. All these are important in course planning, and teachers believe that the students could learn more if their interests and learning styles are considered when planning their courses. Students came from different families with different cultures, religion, affiliations, beliefs, language, and socio-economic status. When teachers plan their courses, they always keep this in mind. They recognize that their previous experiences with the students, including the students' performance in class, are sources of valuable information about the students' capabilities. Another very influential factors in developing the curriculum are the school vision, mission, and core values. They are the fundamental basis in developing the four elements of curriculum, goals and objectives, content, learning experiences, and evaluation. And these three factors are included in all the lesson plans or course syllabi to ensure that the core values of the institution are included in the syllabi. The vision, mission, and core values of the school are reflections of what the institution can contribute to the society and to the development of individuals, students, and alumni are expected to possess the core values of their schools. The third influential factor is the admission of retention policies. The influence of faculty members is also considered important. Faculty members bring with them their educational background, experiences, expertise, and personal, professional, and political views on the institution. Teachers, as recognized by Stark and Latuca, 1997, are a major influence in curriculum development. They are the key implementers of the curriculum. The success of any curriculum and instruction highly depends on them. They need to be empowered to make curricular and instructional innovations in their own schools. And teachers are expected to be expert in the content of the subject they teach. They should also be experts in pedagogy. The influence of school officials and the school bureaucracy in curriculum processes were recognized by several curriculum scholars like Wells and Bundy 2006 and Stark and Latuca 1997, among others. School administrators, including the Board of Trustees, play an important role in providing curriculum leadership in schools, colleges, and university. Accrediting agencies are equally influential in basic education and in higher education. And also, the respondents identified government policies and agencies as most influential in curriculum planning and development. Market demands in general, or the needs of the society, are very influential in planning and developing curriculum. It is imperative that students are prepared in terms of knowledge, values, and skills to meet the needs and demands of different institutions in the country. The alumni are also considered as one of the external influences on curriculum development. Media and information and communications technologies are two of the external curriculum influences. Inasmuch as ICT is changing the landscape of schooling, it is also changing how the courses are planned and implemented, especially how the content of the curriculum will be put together. We are taught to examine the needs and demands of the society, understand the nature of the discipline and structure of knowledge, and analyze the nature and needs of the learners. So, like what I have said, knowledge about the learners, knowledge about the society, and knowledge about the discipline of subject matter. Thank you, everyone. Remember that God is the awesome source and influence of everything. God bless everyone.